In this video, we're playing some Elden Ring and answering a bunch of your money questions. If you have questions yourself, drop a comment below or join the live streams. Besides that, I do hope you subscribe, but more importantly, I hope you learn something. Don't says, how do you save money while working minimum wage in California while you do college? There is no magic here. It's all about cutting expenses, trying to increase your income. So I've been there, working part-time job, arguably full-time sometimes. And yeah, college is expensive. You're living paycheck to paycheck. All you can really do is be intentional with how you spend your money. Cut down on the crap you don't need. If you have time, which it doesn't sound like you do some stuff on the side, but just know that it'll get better. Max says, is it better to go to a top-ranked business school or a slightly above average? That's a good question. You know, it's funny. I used to work at Amazon and a couple other companies, and I worked with people who had crazy credentials, right? MIT, worked at this company, that company, and I was so shocked that they're just like everyone else. And some of them were absolutely awful to work with, didn't know a damn thing, couldn't do the damn job. And I'm like, how is this possible? You went to this crazy fancy school, you have these awesome credentials, but you suck. Like, you just suck. How is that possible? So that changed everything for me. So I don't think you need to go to a fancy school to be successful, to make a lot of money. In fact, I didn't go to a fancy school. I had a 2.8 GPA in college, and my salary last year was about $230,000 just as a software engineer. Is college debt really that bad? Is college debt really that bad? It depends on your major. If you major in something that's not going to pay you anything, but you take out tons of student loans, that's a bad deal. I wouldn't do that. Alex says, how do I stop buying stuff impulsively? It helps to come up with a plan. So like, allow yourself to spend money. You know what I mean? So let's say you make, I don't know, $3,000 per month. Set a percentage of that, 30%. And dude, buy whatever you want, guilt-free. Remove your credit card from your apps, so you have to manually punch in the number every time. Create some friction there for you. That helps. Jacob Tyler says, blueprints, 2 blueprints. Have you thought of index funds? Big brain right there. All right, I just got a credit card. Was wondering when I'd find out my statement date. Does it come when the month ends? Yeah, usually after the first billing cycle ends. So when it comes to credit cards, you're gonna have your current balance and your statement balance. They're technically different. So imagine you get your card, you know, January 1st, 2024. Once the billing cycle or the month ends, that is going to be, they're gonna bill you, and that's gonna be your statement balance, all the stuff from that first billing cycle. Meanwhile, you're gonna keep charging stuff to that card, right? So your balance will continue to grow, but you're only liable for the statement balance when it comes to the due date. Hopefully that made sense. Warrior says, is there an opportunity cost in your 20s in making a lot of boring money instead of learning skills? Oh, what a brilliant question. I would absolutely 1,000% prioritize learning valuable skills than work on like a minimum wage job if I had to choose. I do both, and that's what I did. While I was in college, I was working part-time at Geek Squad in Best Buy. Good times. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I'm a broken record when it comes to learning valuable skills, man. I'm telling you, that is what it's all about. Learn those valuable skills. That's going to convert to a high-paying job. You have a big paycheck, you can put that money to work. You can invest. And invest means you can also invest in if you have a side hustle, if you're starting a business, you can pump some money into that. Blueprints is asking, what's your take on crypto/Forex versus trading on the stock market? I used to trade back in the day. I would do short-term trading, so either a day trade or a swing trade. But then for me, I went back and I did the math, and if I would have just bought and hold for years, I would have made more money. I'm not a fan of trading in general. It's quite difficult to beat the market. So trading in general, I'm not a fan of. Crypto, Forex versus trading on the stock market. If I had to choose where I would trade, it would probably be the stock market. Probably would be Forex or crypto. Probably the stock market, if I had to. Warrior said, what if it's a ton of money? You're just not learning anything new any longer. W2 as well. Oh, I see. A lot of boring money. I see. So you're making a lot of boring money. You're not learning anything new. Well, what's stopping you from learning outside of work? Is that an option? Do you have time? You know what I mean? And what do you want to do? Like, what are your goals? That's really what it comes down to. That's the beauty of personal finance, is it's like problem solving. And people are always like, why are you a money coach? Like, why are you a finance person? Like, you're an engineer. Your background is in engineering. You know what I mean? And I'm like, think about it. Engineering is all problem solving. The only difference between personal finance and engineering are the tools. So in engineering, if you're an electrical engineer, you're using computer chips, resistors, capacitors, you're designing circuit boards, using tools like oscilloscopes, multimeters, logic analyzers to solve problems. But for personal finance, we got Roth IRAs, 401ks, we got budgets, we got debt paying strategies, we got all sorts of different tools to help us solve problems. There is this huge misconception, I don't know where it comes from, but people will say, oh yeah, just like keep a balance on your credit card at all times. Don't do that. So the two major factors, I'm going to run in a circle here just while I answer your question. The two main factors that make up your credit score are going to be on-time payments. That's number one. And number two is going to be overall credit utilization. So the higher the utilization, the lower your credit. Because really, it's all about making those on-time payments. Inconsistent on TikTok says, am I going to be rich? Am I going to be a rich Valorant pro? The odds are against you. I don't want to burst your bubble, but the odds are against you. Pretty much anything video game related, besides development, pays like doo-doo. Like the average video game streamer, I think makes about minimum wage, maybe less. You probably will make more money working at McDonald's or something. Let's talk about the purpose. Like, what is the whole purpose of a Roth IRA, traditional IRA, 401k? And for the 401k, you have the traditional 401k and even the Roth 401k. So what's the purpose? Like, why? It's to prepare for retirement and you can live. So that's the whole purpose.